You were authoritative? Was he like
No.
loud? Did he yell stuff like
No.
crust cut?
Crust cut? Like for sandwiches?
Marcus.
Lacrosse cut.
All hands out to pay. Sow it all the way in the pit for good. Oh please.
Hi, this is the Couch Series, and today we have Renna and Irene from Walking Shadows. Stop laughing. Sorry. I know, they're mocking me, yet I'm not dressed up. So, just
should
throwing
say-
it out there.
Okay.
Walking Shadows, stay there, I've already announced you. Walking Shadows cosplay. What is Walking Shadows cosplay?
It's, well, cosplay is a word. It's just obviously a compound of the words costume and play.
Okay.
And it's something people do at like Comic-Con, lots of different conventions, most traditionally with anime conventions, but you see it in all genres. And Renna and I have our own little group where we do pair cosplays together, and we're called Walking Shadows.
Wow. What do you mean by pair cosplays together?
Most, like the national competition, which is called WCS, World Cosplay Summit, requires you to compete in pairs. So we're not right now, but usually our costumes go together. We're from the same game, same show, same whatever. So we match.
Cool. And do you compete often?
Mm-hmm.
When was your last competition?
The last competition we participated in was Anime Bonsai, which is the largest anime convention in Utah that happens in Layton in October.
Cool. So, if I'm understanding this correctly, because I'm an outsider that has no idea, can you tell?
That's
I'm
okay.
very ignorant. So you guys,
I thought you were into this stuff, Nicolle.
I'm trying. I'm really,
You really give off a cosplayer vibe.
Ouch.
Hey!
Well,
it
I'm
mean?
working on it. I know how the tables are turning. I know. So, anyways, Renna, that is your name.
You just keep saying that.
So how this works is you make the costume, and you show up, and the most realistic to the original thing wins, or is there other thing? What else is involved?
There are lots of things involved. I mean, like with a costume like I'm wearing right now with San, it's a really simple costume, so it doesn't necessarily do well in competition. Even if
Okay.
it's really, really well crafted, it's so simple that the judges are going to look at you and be like, that's great, but it doesn't look like you had to work very hard for it. So something a little more complex like Ike is more likely to
Let's show this
win an
off.
award than San, because it's just got more going on.
Yeah, it has more pieces to it. One of the biggest pieces, I actually won first place in beginner with this outfit at Salt Lake Comic-Con in its debut year this year in September.
Wow.
And
Congratulations.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I worked hard on this.
I can tell.
It's not perfect. There are things I would change, you know, but
It's okay, they
I'm
don't
proud
need to
of
know
it.
that.
And one of the biggest things that I did was I made this sword. If you want to hold it, it's big.
Oh,
It's not.
just
heavy.
kidding.
It's like
not
3
heavy
pounds.
enough.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
actually made of pine,
you.
so it's pretty light. But I think this is what impressed them the most, because I made the whole thing from scratch out of a single piece of pine, and then I added some of the detailing work in clay on top.
Holy cow, that is impressive.
So I probably spent at least 100-something hours on the sword alone.
Yes, good workmanship.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
have to say.
Yeah,
Wow.
and when we competed at Anime Bonsai, I won intermediate first class for my Princess Midna from Twilight Princess, and that involved designing a cloak, appliquing a cloak, and the cloak is about 9 feet by 8 feet tall.
Whoa.
So there was that. I had to hand sculpt all her jewelry, make a bodysuit. There's a ton that goes into it. So usually the costumes that win are not a dress, a tank top, and a mask.
I'm still
As
like,
fun as they are.
working through the 9 feet by 8 feet tall thing.
I wore shoes that made me 6 feet tall and
It
painted my
was-
skin blue. It's awesome.
How did you get involved?
That's the thing. It's really not rare.
Oh.
We thought it was too. The thing
I'm
is,
just on the outskirts.
there a lot of them are nervous and don't often come out and say it loud, say it proud. So I was surprised by how many BYU students we found that were cosplayers that, I mean, they don't walk around like this on campus.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how would you know?
Right. Interesting.
Yeah, for us, I've always been into costumes, making them, and when we met each other, it was kind of like, hey, maybe it's not too weird if we do it together. But just getting onto the, going to conventions and meeting people, and then getting on the Facebook scene as well in this area, we run into people on campus all the time where we're like, oh, I know you from conventions. Like, I've seen you in this costume and this costume. Nice to meet you in real life.
I love that this is like a weird secret, like hidden passion of so many people's, and you're like finding out.
Yeah,
It really
that's
is.
really how it is.
It's starting to become more mainstream and acceptable with
I
things
think
like
it is,
Comic-Con.
yeah. And then now that Comic-Con came to Salt Lake.
And the
Yeah.
fact that we're not all weirdos.
No.
I mean, I have a full-time job. I know that there are more things important than dressing up like a cartoon character, but that doesn't
it's
mean I
cool.
can't still love it and
Right.
do it. So, and I wear deodorant.
contrary
every
to popular
day.
belief. That's so funny. That's so cool. Okay, the last thing I have to ask you before we end this is, what is your advice for other people that want to get involved in cosplay and want to be as successful as the two of you?
I think it's a lot more fun when you do it in a group.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
we are always in a pair, but we've actually amassed this group because when you have other people, like we said, we didn't want to do it until we were a pair. And then like the weirdness was distributed. And people get that.
Yes.
Now when we go to cons, we usually have groups of like 6 or more people. All from the same show, all from the same game.
That's
so you're all
cool.
rocking it out together. No one feels awkward because everybody's awkward. When people want to take your picture, it's not like, oh, do you want to take her picture or my picture? Because
It's
you're
the
all from the
whole
same
group.
game.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And you get so much recognition when you walk
When
in
you're
with
all
a
together.
big group and you're so like identifiable, and they're like, whoa, the cast of Zelda just walked in the room.
that's really, really
Because
cool.
if people don't recognize me, they'll recognize her. And when they recognize her, they'll recognize me.
Yeah.
And it spirals. So if anyone wants to get started, we can be your buddies.
Well, thank you both for being here on the Couch Series, because you are very, very cool people, and I think I'm going to make a costume.
Do it.
should.
We also
Maybe
take
you'll see me.
commissions.
Oh yes, we accept requests. We sew costumes for people who
Pay us money.
pay us money and who don't have time or
A
aren't
skill.
Yeah, crazy enough to have like 5 sewing machines in their apartment.
We only have
gosh.
3.
I got really lost in that. Eden has something she wants to say. Come over here. Sit on our laps.
Oh, I didn't have anything to say.
Okay.
Usually.
Okay.
I think she's telling us to stop talking.
Hi,
Hi,
I'm Eden,
I'm Nicolle.
and we are the co-founders of the Couch Series.
Every week we upload a video of a different Provo musician or a touring musician in Provo, and we are.
And it's sexy. And then every month we do interviews of creative people in Provo, people who do cosplay, people who write French textbooks. and-
Start their own businesses,
Oops, sorry.
Exactly.
are passionate about sword fighting.
That's Jonathan, our film man. Say hi, Jonathan.
I'm cutting this.
So subscribe,
Subscribe to us.
subscribe, and then maybe you can come on and comment, talk to us, because we want your ideas.
We
All
want
right.
you.
We
on the
want you.
couch.
Actually, get on our couch, comment, and you can be on our couch. We love you. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Bye.
You're gonna have to do that all over again. Like the bounce thing keeps coming in. My arms are not very steady.